So, it's my birthday. It was my birthday, and I swear I wish I got one gift this year. I wish I got like a updated Garmin watch. As you see, I have the Garmin 265. I think I had it for about 2 years or so. If my parents watch this, or some of my friends, for next year, yeah, I wish I was unboxing a new Garmin. Yes, I have a Garmin, but I also have a Whoop. So, why two wearables? Well, they both serve different purposes. And for someone like me who was pretty active, also I'm pretty busy outside of actually being active. So yes, I run, I hit the gym, I'm always hanging with friends, family. I have a demanding 9 to 5 job, asthmatic. So it's important for me to have these two wearables, and they both serve completely different purposes. So let's break down why each one is essential to running and everything else outside of running. Garmin is my running performance tool. So I use this for like my GPS tracking. It displays accurate distance, pace. I use it a lot when it comes to getting at that real time running metrics. So like doing my workouts. It has my training plans and like my structural workouts. Like it's pretty much ingrained within it. As most of y'all should know, I use Runner for my training mainly. Yeah. And with Runner, like depending on like what the run is, like it'll show like for example, if I have like a 6 mile easy pace, it'll literally have a countdown from 6 miles to zero. So I can keep track of what I'm running that day. Or with my tempo and my interval runs, it'll let me know like, hey, you gotta go at this pace for this many miles, and then we rest, go to a different pace, blase blase. And also it tells you if I'm going too fast or too slow, which is another perk that helps me with my trainer. Another thing is outside of that, I use like after my runs, I typically I look at my data. If I'm not looking at Strava, sometimes I go straight to the Garmin Connect app, and that's when I look at various other details. Like right now, I'm trying to get more into looking at my cadence. My cadence has been on the slower side. I need to get it up to about 170, 180, well as close to 180 as I can. So that's going to be my next thing for my next training plan, my next focus area. Also, I look at my heart rate for per mile, making sure like so which miles was easy, which ones was hard. Like typically that first mile is always be easy for me, or maybe I had like a big hill at the beginning, so my heart rate kind of skyrocketed and it kind of leveled off. I look at all those various details. And also, it had like performance tracking. So, like if I'm in an active training block, my watch will actually tell me like, "Hey, you're on the green. You're performing. You're training. You're productive." Sometimes it might be yellow. And yellow is like maintaining, like you're just doing enough. You're not really having optimal training. Like for example, I'm not hitting like all those various different heart rates. Yeah, you can have easy runs, but you need to like balance the easy runs out with like some harder, like your tempo runs. You should be at higher heart rate levels, for example. Actually, I don't even know where my phone at. Found my phone. It was in my pocket. So like for example, so you see like my Oh, y'all probably can't see it. Sorry. But right now, my training status is productive. It's been productive since I think the 22nd, so like the past 3 days. I have my VO2 max. My VO2 max is in the good, is in the green status. My HRV is balanced, meaning I pretty much slept pretty well last night. And there's also, like I mentioned, like the training status. Like it's funny because like after races, sometimes it turns purple, which is like elite level, as in like, oh, you were primed for a race. I'm like, the race is over. Like, it'd be so funny, but yeah. So that's why I use like my Garmin for. My Whoop, on the other hand, that's like my recovery and like reading, like readiness, like monitor. As you see, there's no screens on it, so why do I use it? It's like I would compare it against like the Aura rings, and I think it's called like a Maze Fit, like all those other type of wearables. It's not the same as a Garmin. Some people might say it's like they do the same things, but they really don't. So this is like my 24-hour like recovery tracking. So it sees like what I do throughout the day, like how many steps I take, my different workouts from like going to the gym, my functional workouts. If I'm at hills, got my cardio. When I'm running, it tracks my running. It I look at my different like heart rate levels on here too. So like yes, I look at my Garmin, see like if I'm in zone 2, zone 3. I normally check it against my Whoop because my Whoop is a little bit more accurate sometimes when it comes to my heart rate. Because there's times when my Garmin, I'm like looking at my Garmin like what's this? Like I know it was a harder run, but it's sometimes I don't register what it needs to register. So I compare it against my Whoop to see like, hey, is it similar? Is it different? Lately it's been pretty similar. I've been pretty shocked with my heart rate these days. Also, sleep quality and analysis. I look at my sleep when I wake up. It I can't get in the green for nothing right now because my sleep consistency has been off lately. But I'm trying to get back to where I need to. So like I don't put everything into like the data. It just tells me like, all right, this is where I'm at. This is where I can get back to, and I know what necessary steps to do that. And I know sometimes they don't be all accurate, but I can most time I can feel it. I'm like, yeah, I'm I'm not like perfectly rested, but I'm rested enough to do something. Like I look at my daily strain, my recovery scores, HRV monitoring has been pretty big for me because it'll literally tell you like, yes, you got 8 hours sleep, but your heart rate was kind of elevated, meaning you were trying to recover. So it'll let you know like whether or not like you may be getting sick, maybe you drunk too much alcohol the day before, allergies, whatever. Like there's a method behind the madness. Another thing they do keep track of like your body temperature. So again, it can tell you if you're getting sick or if you're fighting a sickness or something. Like a couple weeks ago, I think I had chills one night. I'm like, why do I have chills? I'm like, I hope I'm not getting that flu. I think what flu A. 'Cause I have a lot of friends who had it and they had it for weeks. Some had it for like a month plus. So I was kind of worried because I looked at it. I didn't sleep good that night before. My HRV was elevated, like extremely elevated. So I'm just worried. I knew it was early on, so I just made sure I had my Dayquil. I skipped the gym so I can get adequate rest. Like literally, I was doing everything I know to do when you're trying to fight sickness. Drink more fluids. Make sure you're getting well nutrition, like a well balanced meal, all that good stuff. All right, and one last point with the Whoop. It tells you when to push versus when to rest. So a lot of times you might wake up, you might be in the red. Meaning you probably didn't get no sleep last night. You didn't recover. I know as a runner, especially like when we're in training, sometimes there's gonna be some days when like you're gonna feel like your legs ain't moving, you're not hitting your paces. Everything just feels so much harder. Like an easy run feels hard. I know you're probably in the gym as well, trying to make sure you balance out with some strength training. Like my Whoop, it tells me whether or not if I need to like, hey, it'll be fine if you skip a run here. It might be fine if you skip a run there. Like you don't have to like just overly push yourself, because if you push yourself, you're gonna end up injury anyways. But I definitely take a look at my Whoop if I know if I'm feeling bad. Lately I haven't had that issue because I've been doing better when it comes to actually recovering while in my training blocks, as well as after. Like, I'm kind of in a training block, but I'm not really like putting all my effort into it. I have hot chocolate 15K coming up next weekend. Yeah, next weekend. And I said next weekend, and like my birthday was definitely like 2 weeks ago, but neither here or there. But I had my race, and then I have another training block I'm going to start after that race. So I know my body is. I'm like prime right now. Like I'm pretty much in maintenance mode. Like I had came off a good training block with Charlotte Half Marathon, and I've just been cruising. Uh, Before Charlotte Marathon, I was injured. Like I had posterior tibial tendonitis during my Peachtree Road Race training. I didn't really recover completely until that August for Around the Crown. And then after Around the Crown, I think after a week of Around the Crown, that was actually my start for when I started training for a Charlotte half marathon. So it wasn't like a hard like ramp up, but it was not the easiest. Like all my runs felt tough until maybe about halfway through. But I knew that because I was tracking everything with my Whoop. So the Garmin and the Whoop, I swear they're a perfect combo. Like you have your Garmin, so it's like what you do during your runs. Cause I can see my pace, I can see my time, my mileage, my heart rate, and then your Whoop. So it's like how ready are you to run, and then you can pretty much say on the backside like was I actually productive doing that run? Yeah, they they kind of complement each other because again, my stuff. I understand more like how my body is feeling before and after, even the next day, and then actually doing the run. Like yes, my watch will like my Garmin will say like what my performance condition is for like that first within the first mile. Like some lately it's been like +4 or maybe like a 1 or a -1, which is like baseline. Maybe like -6 when it's like, boy, you know I didn't sleep last night. My Whoop had already said it before I even started running, so that was just a really good example from that was actually from my past. It's following this last Saturday, so yesterday. There we go. I had a 5 mile run. It was supposed to be at the Jerome Scale Southside 5 miler. It wasn't. It was canceled because of the weather. It was supposed to be a winter storm yesterday. It didn't really start until like last night. It hasn't really started today either. It's some ice out there, but I think the roads are still kind of clear. But like I was kind of out Friday night with some friends, so I got home kind of late. So like I did sleep, but I probably didn't sleep as well as I could have slept. So when I was running, like initially it said like what -6, -4 on my performance. Like again, like when I look at my Whoop, I was in the yellow. Like I didn't really completely recover, but it was a 5 mile run. It wasn't like a how can I put, like, if I had a race or something, I probably would not, like, especially like a half marathon, like something like double digit. Yeah, I probably would not be able to handle that. But just a regular like training run, it was slow, easy pace. So again, it's a perfect combo. And then for those who are like routine based, I'll just paint a picture like how I use it. So in the mornings, I wake up, my sleep it processes on my in the Whoop app. I normally check my recovery score, see if I'm in green, yellow. Like I said, I've been in yellow for the past couple weeks. I've been in green a couple times. Sprinkling in that, sprinkle in there. So I use that to decide like, well, I don't really use it to decide. I typically have my workouts like I know if it's easy run or some type of training run, like I can get through it. I haven't really been like in the red, like something like exhausted, in a quite a long time. So I don't really have that issue. But it was one of those days where I'm like in the red, like I probably would skip the gym or skip a run, move a run somewhere, especially like a tempo run. But I know I need to have like more effort. Like I know I need to move it. Like again, I use my, let's say after work, I go ARC, running branch, track my runs, my workout with my Garmin. Then after that, I leave, go home, wash up, maybe like decompress, watching some Family Guy. My Whoop will actually let me know like, hey, you should go to sleep. You want like a full night's sleep, and it changes depending on like how much strain I had that day. It'll let you know, Michael, we think you should go to sleep at like 8:30, 9 o'clock, and you're gonna wake up at 5. Or it knows like, oh, you had a lot of sleep last night, so you really have to have like 8 hours the next day. You could probably get off with like 7. And it's just set up for everyone. I would say it depends. Like it's cost consideration. Yes, the Garmin is. I would say the Garmin is. It's not that pricey. It's a one time cost pretty much. It's a better, to me it's a value than the Apple Watch. My Apple Watch was like what 400. I think I barely paid like 200-300 for this watch. Granted, I do want to upgrade to a more premium Garmin. So I know it's gonna be a little bit more costly, but I don't have to do it. It's something I want to do it. But versus the Whoop, like when you start off, you probably get like a free rental version. However, it's a subscription, so it's like $30 a month. So you do have to take that into account. And I know this is a very like the market and all that good stuff. I know it's crazy right now. So do what's best for you. I know wearing two devices is also it can be annoying. I pretty much got used to wearing mine. I can literally wear mine to sleep and have no issues. The only issues I have sometimes my Garmin may be like if someone texting me or some kind of notification, it might be going off. I gotta do a better job and make sure I turn all notifications off at night. And then as a runner, you probably don't need both. You probably just need like a Garmin or whoever watch you're using, Coros, Apple. Like you probably don't need both. But for me, it's worth it. Especially someone who like my sleep habits are always up and down, and this is the best way I can keep track of my sleeping. Because if I'm not sleeping well, I'm not recovering well. If I'm not recovering well, I can't be the runner I strive to be. All right, enough about my Whoop and my Garmin. I just want to finish off with my like some reflections from my birthday. This year was the first year I actually did something for my birthday. I know most people understand like men in general, we don't really do anything for our birthday, and then on top of that, Capricorns, January birthdays, we definitely don't never do anything for our birthday since it's literally right after Christmas, right after New Year's. We were back at work. Most people already done finished their traveling for the holidays, so the people trying to save money. So typically, I don't even try to do anything. The one time I did something was I was still living in DC, and that was like right before the pandemic. Like I had my birthday, I think it was my 30th. Had my birthday, and then like a month or two later, the world shut down. But this year, I decided like, oh, let's just. I went to one of my favorite like cocktail spots. Like I knew I had about maybe like 32 people that's RSVP'd, so I had wanted to go somewhere where it's not going to be like costly for people. Like it's a place where it was free parking. I had food available since it's inside the food hall. It was during the week, so I knew it wouldn't be too crowded. It was actually kind of fun. It was kind of ratchet. I like a little ratchetness every once in a while. It felt good. I felt so much love from like all my friends, which is crazy. 'Cause I know some people I know people talk about using friends loosely, using the term friends loosely, but I can pretty much say these people are actually like really, really good friends. Like I guess people I gonna have to, you don't have to talk to people all the time, man. I know they show up and show out, and that's what I felt my entire birthday. Yeah, it was crazy. It took me days to even like say thank you to everyone who reached out on like Instagram. But this is to be able to invite people, and people actually want to see me like enjoy my birthday on a Thursday. Yeah, I just felt love, and I received so much love that entire day. To me, that's probably the best gift I can get. Yes, I would love a Garmin. Just being a presence around people that I care about and they care about me in return. That's the best gift I could ever have. Could ever had. And it wasn't just like my running friends. I had like my day ones that I knew for like years, like that don't even run, but they support my running. That's like one of the best things. That's another thing that I guess I love about just the people I'm around, because I know, especially with like dating and all that good stuff, like it's easy to meet someone who don't care about your passion, especially if it's a new passion. They pretty much think there should be the passion, but like running pretty much like, I'm not gonna say it saved my life because it's kind of cliche, but it brought me perspective. It brought me groundedness. Like I would not be the same person you see before you. Like literally, I would probably be stressed out of my mind, probably doing nothing in my life, probably always in the house, just complaining, just miserable with no friends. But it's to see like people who knew me for years, and like I didn't start running for real until like what 2-3 years ago. Like they know it's like, oh yeah, Michael's running, Michael got a race. But yeah, I just want to just thank everyone, 'cause I know y'all gonna be here looking at all my birthday B-roll, but just thanks everyone for an amazing birthday, and I swear it's gonna be a good year here on YouTube. That's all I'm gonna say. So if you want my day ones here on YouTube, granted y'all probably didn't know my birthday was on January the 8th. But now you know. So if y'all say happy birthday in the comments, I'm gonna say thank you, because now you know for next year. But we're trying to be consistent this year. We're trying to level up this year. So yeah, let's get monetized this year, y'all. Let's see what happens come December. All right. Anyways, it's enough yapping. Y'all probably hear all the sleet outside, cause it's definitely not no rain, and it's definitely not no snow. Gotta be sleet. Talk to y'all later. Deuces.
Hey, Michael! You said a shot?
I got 2 old fashions in there waiting.
shot.
I said 2 old.
You said a shot?